It's that time of year again. The world's top materials researchers, students, and exhibitors are arriving in Boston for the Materials Research Society's annual fall meeting. Hi, I'm Katie Brace, your host for the fall season of MRS TV, the daily show dedicated to MRS conferences. I'll be here all week to share the lectures, sessions, and awards that you just can't miss.
After 2 years of organization, it's fantastic to finally be here in person at the event and to see the MRS Fall Meeting come back again in such vibrancy, in particular after the 2 years of the pandemic.
It's really exciting to be here in Boston to see the meeting run smoothly. I feel it is the biggest reward to see the success of this meeting after all the planning and developing of this meeting for such a long time.
I've talked to a lot of colleagues at the meeting who have kind of echoed the sentiment that it's just so much better to do this in person and have those little chats and conversations and to catch up, because it's really the people that make the science and the research rewarding.
If we do science, we should be doing science in order to improve the state of the world for social benefit, for human benefit, for environmental benefit, not just for interest's sake.
So we're interested in ways that we can take renewable electricity, something that I think we're all interested in, and store that in both the bonds of chemicals, so those are of interest for fuels, and also transform the way that we do our chemical processes today.
By focusing on the ability of materials to signal cells through their motions, we discovered that an unprecedented level of reversal in paralysis after severe trauma was possible.
One of the things that's been really important to me in my career, especially the last 10 years, has been to be involved with MRS as a volunteer. Being in a role that is outside the research lab, I love being able to come to the MRS meeting every year and interact with the materials scientists, and it really feels like home.
Coming into the 50th year of MRS, I'm excited to have us back in San Francisco. It's close to where I'm from, so we're going to come in force in our group and be part of it. And I think it's a good chance to kind of think about where MRS has come over the years and everything that it does for the society. And I think we're at a point where we're also changing the future directions, and it kind of starts a new era for MRS as well.
MRS TV is over for now, but we'll be back this April for the MRS Spring Meeting in San Francisco. Until then, I'm Katie Brace, and this is MRS TV.